Well, okay. Every election is unique, right? In 2016, Amase won with like around 57%, because it was a change election. To 2016, there was a change. So a swing comes with it. There's a certain percentage that will swing towards the opposition party. Aside that, she is also popular there. I understand that even the husband is also NDC side. And so you can see how maybe she could get a bit more crossover NDC voters plus the MPP base and all that. Now, moving forward, there was a certain race between Amase group and the others, okay? That might have fractured the party along the line. But now, what you are looking at is that per our polling matchup, the first poll that we did, Solomon was matching up better than Amase with respect to Bernard. So it's not necessarily that Amase would have been better, but probably maybe they could have gotten somebody, maybe they could have casted the net wider. You know, some of these things, when you are picking, sometimes they say, oh, the guy is popular, but you ask yourself, what are they using to measure the popularity? Is it because the people know your name, or are you doing a very scientific internal polling to determine that? Sometimes it doesn't come out that way. The fact that people know you, they know your name, your household name, doesn't necessarily mean that they will. So if you don't do a very good internal polling to find out, you might not necessarily come out there with the best candidate. And the other thing is that when your candidates in that underperforming, it's not necessarily always your candidate. It could always be that the other candidate is better than you. Maybe you brought your best foot for it, but the other candidate is much more superior than you. He's garnering more votes. The base is more united, and yours is not as united as it is. So there are a lot of dynamics that comes with how a candidate performs or doesn't perform. And we have to take it holistically and look at it.
Just hold you on for a little bit and go back to Akwatia. My colleague Samuel is there to bring us some more updates. Hello, Sammy. Hello, Sammy. Well, we know that Samuel is at the Coalition Center at the moment to see how things are shaping up there, because you know that at the end of the day, after counting has been done at the various polling stations, collation will be done at the constituency's Coalition Center, and that is where declaration will be made. And so we want to see what's happening there, how things are shaping up there to better appreciate what's happening. But today, like we told you earlier, we'll be bringing you everything you need to know about Akwatia. Hello, Sammy. Hello, Samuel. Well, we will do well to establish contact with Sammy and then come back so you can appreciate what's happening there. Hello, Sammy.
Hello, Abena, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? And if you can, tell us where you are and what we should be seeing.
Right, so I am currently at the Junior Staff Club polling station just beside the Coalition Center here at the Akwatia constituency. The Coalition Center is empty because we are expecting that at the end of the day, when vote is counted at all the 119 polling stations, they will be brought to the Coalition Center to be sorted and collated to declare who the winner for this by-election is. But after passing through the Coalition Center, there's just a polling station beside the Coalition Center by name Junior Staff Club Coalition Center. Now we passed there to see what is the situation, and I can report that everything here has been smooth so far. The police have also been well represented at this polling station. If you are counting, you can count who are seated in and around the polling station here at the Junior Staff. at the Junior Staff Club in beside the Coalition Center. The voter turnout here is a bit higher than what we saw at the Bojua Police Station 1 and 2. As I stepped in, a little over 100 votes. We counted about 115 votes has been cast out of some 400 plus voters who are expected to cast their vote. So you see that the turnout is a bit higher at this polling station than the others that we have visited. Abna, let me quickly have some engagement because I have with me a polling station agent for the parliamentary candidate for the LPG, the Liberal Party of Ghana, the Kofi Akwalu's party, and he's here to tell me what is the assessment of the voting proceedings at the Junior Staff Club polling station. You're welcome to ABC News, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Tell me, you are a polling station agent. How has voting been? How many people have casted the vote per your count?
For now, we had 116 who have casted their ballots already.
Mm-hmm.
And we are still in the process. As you can see, they are still coming. So for now, we have 116.
Out of how many people are expected to vote today?
Out of 479.
Okay. So 116 out of 479. But the voting, how has it been? Has it been peaceful? Have you recorded any incidents here? Has the electoral materials been working? I know you're a polling agent. Has all the electoral materials been working effectively here?
Yeah, for our place there, as you can see, the process is going on smoothly. There was no incident. We have incident-free election so far. So as for our center here, everybody is doing his or her work perfectly. When you take the EC officials, they are doing their work. You can see the police officers, they are cooperating with us very well. So far, our place, we have not encountered any challenge yet.
You've not encountered any challenge yet, but the numbers you are seeing, do you expect to see more? Are you excited with the numbers in terms of the number of people who have voted? 116 out of 478, right?
Yes.
Do you think it's a high number, or you expect more numbers to come in as the day go by?
Mostly, or most of the time, if it is by election, people normally doesn't have interest in it because of the tendency for violence and those things. But for this particular police station, as at 9, we are now going to 10. By looking at the numbers, it can tell us that we'll have higher percentage of turnout. Looking at so far 100 and over. So we are expecting more people to come and cast their vote or come and express their franchise.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, so that I can relieve you to go and continue with your agent's duties. So that is the police station agent for the Liberal, so that I can relieve you to go and continue. So the LPG have also given a candidate in this election. So it is not just the NPP and NDC as it is being reported widely. The LPG has also filed a candidate here at the Akwatia by-election, and so at this police station they have an agent for the LPG as well. And like I mentioned, the police is well visible across across the area, because this is also the coalition center. It's just a minute away from the coalition center, so you can see a lot of policemen here and there. I've also cited a man in the military uniform, but we know that military are on standby from the police headquarters, and what the IGP has been saying, that they have stand by the military, they will not deploy military until it is necessary, and that's what is the arrangement in terms of security. But the policemen here are in their numbers, and it is expected, because this is a coalition center. At the other police stations that we visited, you saw a bit of low numbers in terms of police, but you could still see that at each police station you could count about 10 policemen. But this particular police station, if I'm counting by what I'm seeing, you can count over 20 to 30 plus policemen at this police station, and everything has been smooth so far.
I wanted us to dwell on the police presence, and I'm glad you brought that in. You've mentioned how intense or how much there's police presence at the Coalition Center across Akwatia and the number of police that were deployed into the area. Have you seen the presence of the police change the way people are going about their duties, or it's like an everyday process where you wake up, you go to your work, you do this, you do that? Are you seeing any changes in their lives, or have the people of Akwatia mentioned whether the presence of the police have caused any changes for them?
Not at all, not at all. From the engagement we've had, a lot of the residents and electorate here say they do not fear anything. They are not perturbed by the presence of the policemen at the various polling stations and even in the town itself. At every corner of the town, you see police barriers stationed to ensure security is duly in place. However, the electorate say they are not perturbed, they are not moved, because there's some belief that if they are not conducting any act of violence, then they have no qualms with the policemen or any security service they see on the way. So it is just people going about their normal duties, not perturbed by the police presence here. And what we also understand is that is not preventing people to come out to vote. If people will not vote, perhaps it might not be due to the heavy police presence. The polling stations we've monitored, we'll go and monitor other polling stations to see what the update is really, Abena. But the coalition center is well ready. Everything is arranged. The tents, the canopies, all set. Everything is well in place at the coalition center to receive the 119 polling station ballots that will come in at the end of voting today, 5 p.m. Abena.
Sammy. Well, thank you so much. We'll look forward to you bringing us some more, especially conversations with residents of Akwatia. Thank you, Sammy. We'll come back. And so my colleague Samuel Nyimagbo in Akwatia at the Coalition Center in the constituency, and like he says, the residents are going about their duties, their regular daily activities. The presence of the police is not affecting their day-to-day activities at all. Let's continue our conversation with Salam Insia, senior analyst at the Global Info Analytics. Salam, I come back to you. Thank you so much for your time. Hello, Salam. Okay, well, we will do well and bring you some more conversation from the Global Info Analytics and all other guests that we have lined up for you today at for the Akwatia by-election. And during the program too, we will open the phone lines for you. I know that you always look forward to speaking with us. We have some comments on Facebook already, and I will be reading those comments for you very shortly. But we'll open the phone line so that you can call and share your thoughts with us on Akwatia and also the removal of CJ Gertrude Arabaisa Abasaki Tokonu from her office as Chief Justice. And so when it's time, I'll open the phone lines. You call us on 053-916-1609, 053-916-1609, 053-916-1609, so that we can better appreciate what you two have to say about what has happened at the judiciary and also what is happening today at Akwatia. And so you are not left out of it at all, because it is your voice that matters and your voice alone we want to hear. But this is what is happening at Akwatia so far. It is a by-election. It is a by-election that is happening in Akwatia. Solomon Asumedu of the NPP and Bernard Bediako of the NDC. Now we also understand that LPG, the Liberal Party of Ghana, led by Kofi Akpaloo, have also presented a candidate. They have also presented a candidate, and so their candidate is also on the ballot paper. But we'll see how it goes. So far, Global Info Analytics have made us understand that per their polls that they have conducted, the NDC the NDC's candidate is leading above the NPP's candidate. Bernard Bediako of the NDC with some 52% and Solomon Asumedu of the NPP with some 47%. At the end of the day, we'll see how that goes. Samia Uku of the NPP says that the end of the day, the election results will be a better polls to tell what the people of Akwatia need or want and who they want to represent them. We'll see how it goes. But the NDC's message is this: vote for a candidate that can bring you development. And by development, they mean a candidate whose party is in power. And so since they are in power, the people of Akwatia should look at voting for Bernard Bediako. The NPP also says that, you know what, the best tribute you can give to your MP that has passed, Ernest Yakumi, is to vote for Solomon Asumedu and allow Solomon Asumedu to continue the good work that Ernest Yakumi was doing. Who will the people of Akwatia listen to and give their vote to? We'll see at the end of the day. But Salam Insia joins us back again. Hello, Salam. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Hello, thanks for having me once again.
Yes. So, Salam, we're looking at the parties and what also informs voting. You mentioned how the NPP have lost some favor with some of their supporters, and so for that reason, you are seeing the effect. Again, the NPP, how would they need, I mean, from your polls that you have done over the years, and even at least over the last 1 year, how would the NPP have to organize itself for their base, for their supporters to fall in love with them once again?
Well, okay, thanks for having me once again. Okay, so I mean, for we as posters, I mean, we just come and inform you what the people are telling us, right? The NPP knows their supporters better, right? They know for every polling station or even every hamlet or every household who is there and what might have contributed to low enthusiasm and all that. So they will have to do the groundwork. They will have to first find out what the issue is. It could be myriad. It could be they are disappointed with maybe the party not meeting their expectation. Maybe a candidate did something to the person. Maybe they feel they were sidelined upon all the work they did. The primaries maybe might have fractured the party better so much that some are still struggling to come back to the fold. It also could be that the NDC might have been a little bit attractive for some of them because maybe some of them might be angling for position. Or I mean, so it could be myriad. They will have to do the groundwork. They will have to do the heavy lifting to find out what is actually the issue. But it could be a myriad of issues.
Well, with the way things are also shaping up in Akwatia, Salam, the numbers where Sami was just at the moment a few minutes ago at the coalition center, they have seen quite a better turnout than the other polling stations they went to. You mentioned Boedria as one of the places where the NDC was doing better. But in Boedria, the numbers are not up there. The numbers are not encouraging for a polling station that could also add up to determining who becomes the NP. And so for some of the major polling stations that could be determinant, if the turnout is low, how do you see it impact the overall election results?
Yeah, okay, so let me just say that our polling, we had two models, right? We had a likely voter model, that is all voters and discounting those who say they will not vote. Then we had a committed voter model. That's basically asking people just without giving them options who you vote for. So if you realize the committed voter model did not have undecided voters because that one is about just asking the person who you vote for, like asking those who already know who they will vote for and to confirm who they will vote for. So that will not account for the undecided. But in a way, in a proxy way, it's accounted for if you compare the likely voter model and the committed voter model. Okay, so for us, we poll those who said they will turn out. If it happens that the turnout from one side or the other, it's so much that it supersedes what we expect, then it could more or less increase our error margin. But for now, we don't see. We are also on the ground, so we are also doing some exit polling. So we will see by the end of the day.
Some exit polling. Well, Sam, we'll leave you for now and come back and pick up the conversation from here when we come back to you.
Sure.
Thank you so much for your time this morning, Salam.
Thanks for having me.
Salam Insia, senior analyst at Global Info Analytics. We've been conducting some interviews at Akwatia. We've been conducting some interviews, and so very soon, when my producer gives me the green light, we'll take you back to Akwatia so that you can appreciate the conversations we've been having up until now. But let's take a quick break. When we return, we'll bring you more here on ABC News Ghana. This is still the Poll Center. We are interspersing the Poll Center with ABC in the morning, and like I told you, we'll give you the opportunity to speak on Akwatia and also speak on the removal of the Chief Justice, Gertrude Isaba Arabasaki Tokono, when we open the phone lines on 0539161609. When I return and we are bringing you more, I would also read your comments that we have received on Facebook. Stay with us. This is ABC News GH.
Playing for your country, enye easy. Scoring, enye easy. Avoiding injuries, enye easy. Winning, enye easy, Charlie. But you know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Aye easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water, then sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy, made easy. As I be street footballer, Gary at the top. Now we attend Starboy. Still Gary at the top. I travel go brother. Kibo Gary at the top. Kibo Gary. In the PO. Be at the top. I travel go. I'm a match winner. But the real champion is Kibo Gary 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
Rent back with the Pia Open.
Akwatia constituency, NPP Solomon Osmedu and NDC's Bernard Bediako are going at it to see who becomes the MP for Akwatia following the death of Ernest Yakumi, the MP of Akwatia. We'll take you back to Akwatia so you can appreciate what is happening there. Like I told you, we will be opening the phone line so that you can call and share your thoughts with us, 053-916-1609. But this moment, let's go to Akwatia. My colleague Khadija is there to bring us some more information in Akwatia. Hello, Khadija.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning, Khadija. Where are you and what can you report?
Good morning. All right,
I can hear you. Good morning, Khadija. Where are you and what can you report?
Station.
I can hear you. Good
Voting
morning,
is still ongoing.
Khadija, we're listening to you. Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead. We're listening to you.
Yes, voting is still ongoing. Here at the Bodia at Samanket, there are two polling stations. At the bus terminal, there are 625 expected voters. According to the presiding officer, so far about 120 have voted. And with the other polling station at the station here, 125 people have also voted so far. Just recently, just a while ago, the IGP, Yowunu, was around to inspect the electoral process. Same time, the secretary for the National Chief Imam was also around to inspect and monitor the voting process. He commended the IGP for the security arrangement so far. A while ago, one young man was arrested for electoral damages to the ballot paper, but he's been arrested by the police officer here. At the moment, the security here is very calm. There's no chaos whatsoever.